Alright, BobalosRex here. And I know this is coming out a little late today. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff today, more than usual. Trying to finish up Love is in the Air. But, let's talk BFA Weapon Transmog. Now, like most expansions, but I feel like it really started to ramp up with BFA and whatnot. Weapons and armor were extremely themed around the raid. And PvP was actually themed around PvP with the Warfronts. So in BFA, we got really good Alliance stuff, really good Horde stuff if you like Orc and Undead. And for Alliance, it was Night Elf and Humans. You got some really interesting stuff. We also got Heritage Armors, but as far as weapons, that's the kind of stuff we got. We also got Titan Complex. So we got Titan-y stuff, a little odd Titan stuff, because they kind of mixed it up, not like the normal we're used to. But it's still Titan-y with the first raid. Then with the Zandalari, we got really cool Zandalari aesthetic. And we'll look at some of those. As well as the dungeons. Both sides had thematic stuff to it, even questing stuff. So we'll see some of that in this. So let's get into it. So for shield, I picked this big Horde shield. If it was just like a little bit bigger, it'd be like the Horde's Bulwark of Azeroth. And I think it should. I like this broken horn here. It looks really good. And then for this weapon, I saw this weapon. I think it's from the raid. But it could just be from one of the dungeons in Zandalari. And it just reminds me of a Stegosaurus tail. It's themed after Akunda. And I just really like it. But I've been farming Zandalari. Speaking of that, on my hunter, I farmed for this bow. This bow is freaking sweet. But you can solo Conclave with a pet class. Normal solo players get stunned. With the pet class, you can do it. So I was doing really good in there on my hunter, and my warlock was able to. So I got this bow. This bow was super sweet. But let's start back at the top here. So my rogue's got a dagger from Battle of Zandalari, and a sword from the Battle of Zandalari. It's almost like I got a favorite aesthetic from here. And he's done up in some kind of mog. You know, mixing the troll, the questing, and then the raid armor. And then for my demon hunter, I pulled the undead warglaves. Undead demon hunters already got warglaves ready. And then I did the PvP undead set with some of the Nyalotha stuff. But yeah, I really like the undead warglaves. I also really like the bone warglaves. It was a choice between those two. But I went with these. This just looked cool. And then for two-handed swords, the undead one looks so good. I think there's an even beefier one that looks even better. So yeah, I got my DK decked out in that. But yeah, the undead sword was good. The Battle of Zandalari sword looked good. I wasn't really a fan of the Nyalotha stuff. But as you can see, my paladin's got the Alliance Hammer. I really, really like the Alliance Hammer. I was switching between the sword and this, but this hammer screams Alliance. Like, this is an Alliance Hammer right here. You got the lion, you know, you got the smashing bits, and then she's got the Night Elf plate going on. But it's blue. It's Alliance blue, so it fits. And this was from the first Warfront, so this is from Season 1. Alright. And then, yeah, we saw my hunter and that cool bow. The bow is from Battle. I think it's from the Conclave, actually. Yeah. Then my druid, rocking Season 1 leather. And then this Season 1 polearm. I really, really like this polearm. Out of all the polearms I was looking at for BFA, this polearm was freaking sweet. So this is my favorite polearm. And then I have a couple of staves. We're going to go through a couple of staves. But here on my shaman, I have this really cool Druss staff. And I believe this comes from Gorak Tool and Waycrest. That's what I think. I think that's where it comes from. But it's definitely from Cool Tears, that's for sure. So definitely a cool weapon there. Then my mage here, I was unable to get the shoulders to complete this look, is rocking Battle for Dazar'alor, a bod staff. And dude, this screams Wansomdi. Like, I really want to get more of the BFA set. Like, BFA needs to... This was hard for me because BFA isn't completely soloable now. You can solo a lot of it as I was getting through, but a lot of the stuff isn't tuned correctly based off of mechanics. You know, you'll get stuck on some bosses because of what they do. And Shadowlands is going to be rough, so next one may be interesting. I am having to start to come up with a new series or some new ideas for Transmog, so if you got any ideas, start commenting now. If there's something you want to see me do, like maybe make more of my own Transmog. I've been putting on a lot of sets here for the weapons, but I could do some more Transmog stuff. But let's get through this. I got a couple more weapons to talk about. We're going to talk about fists. The monkey paws, dude. From Grong. Grong. The K. No? No, it's Grong. With 2 G's. And yeah, dude, the frickin' monkey fists. Frickin' great. Battle Dazar'alor, as you can see, has a lot of my favorite stuff. You know, that and the PvP gear. You know, the old god stuff, if you really like that, there's a lot of good stuff. Alright? There's a lot of good, interesting stuff in BFA. Now, I told you about the questing armor and the questing weapons. BFA has a lot of very good, simple weapons as well. So, I wanted to give it up for this freaking lantern offhand and just a dagger, man, with the octopus on it. Octopus dagger. You know, I'm a sea priest over here, a sea warlock, as you can see. With my little jiggling lantern. Look at that thing jiggle. You know, I really liked... The questing stuff in BFA was really good. Alright. And then my priest, we had to pull the old god stuff, so they showed up. This staff right here is from Mott. I had to farm Mott. You can get Mott done on normal and heroic pretty easy, probably even on mythic. So if you want to get into Ny'alotha, remember it switches zones. But if you want to get in there and get this, it's a chompy mouth staff. It's literally a chompy mouth staff. It's so cool. I freaking love it. Like, I literally looked at the staff, and it was getting against the clock here, and I was like, I have to get this. So I was running it on my hunter. And then I don't... Who else? Oh, I ran it on normal and heroic, and I got the heroic, and I was like, this is perfect. It's the gray one, Shadow Priest. I got the PvP set on, looking tentacly. But yeah, that's it. Those are my weapons. You know, pretty good weapons. You know, as you can see, my favorites are some of the PvP stuff and a lot of Battle for Dazar'alor with some other stuff thrown in there. And there you go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.